Welcome back to the channel, good friends. I'm Brian from the Apex Auction Car Reconditioning channel, and we have a very shiny car behind us that was just freshly protected. And we also have something here without a label on it. I'm very excited today because we have something new for the channel, and I also have a special guest. And many of you should know already, this is Aaron from Phoenix EOD, Evolve or
Die.
It's just the way it is. So we have an exciting new protectant. You have already unveiled your coating on the website.
It was a soft launch.
Soft opening, soft launch. We're going to bring it to you today here at the channel. I'm very excited to get this started. This is I almost dropped it. That would have been a party foul.
Everybody drinks.
So we have a new coating.
Yes, sir.
That is now available.
5 years in the making.
5 years in the making. This should be interesting because I've already covered these types of coatings before.
I know.
And I think you know the feeling that I have behind them.
I do.
But maybe I can be persuaded today. Let's get into it. All right, so we're standing in front of this Blackwing here, and we are in the middle of protecting it. And we're going to, we saved the hood because it's the easiest thing to record and the easiest thing to see. We saved a black vehicle for you. It's just the easiest thing to see high spots and any imperfections left in these black cars. They're excellent when they're dialed in, but keeping them that way.
My wife's got a black car. It's impossible.
Yeah, and the prep is a lot of work to get them really dialed in. So you have a new coating out.
I do.
So you had the original Kronos. Mm-hmm. So what is this one called?
This is Kronos with graphene.
So Kronos with graphene. Or
graphene Kronos. You pick how you want to put it. It doesn't matter to me.
So if it kept the same name, it is like a subdivision of Kronos. Mm-hmm. It has the same backbone.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So it has the same.
It's based off of Kronos V2. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it has the same foundation, and that's ceramic polysilazane.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what's different about this one then?
So, as you know, because you were with me from the beginning, both of us come from the same school where graphene in the beginning just wasn't there. Graphene was a gimmick. It was marketing. You can tell because it settles out on the bottom, almost like pencil shavings, right? And they would just throw it in there because it was a hot, catchy word. And so you and I both just didn't believe in the science behind it. You know what I mean?
And it's been in plenty of my videos that, to me, it did absolutely nothing except for maybe change some of the characteristics of a coating, but it didn't add the strength. The way graphene works is an atom-thick hexagonal connection
the
or link.
The honeycomb, which is one of the most structurally sound structures in nature.
So a very thin, a very strong membrane or film or coating, but technology is starting to catch up with it and finding ways for graphene to actually help and influence a ceramic coating. Yeah,
like when we started 5 years ago, and I brought a bottle over here with me, and I can show it to you on the camera. There's nothing really in this bottle as far as the graphene is concerned. But then if you give it a little shake, you'll see it start to come off the bottom. You can see it now. See how it almost looks like smoke. That's how you can tell that it's just graphene.
That's a good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just see that it was just an additive. It didn't do anything. It wasn't part of the chemistry. It wasn't part of the chemical makeup. It was just basically some ceramic with junk added to it.
Pencil shavings.
Like pencil shavings.
Into it.
Look at that. You can really see it now. It almost looks like smoke in the bottle. Like, that's bananas. That should never, again, and that's why you and I in the beginning, we both were like, it's just,
yeah, and
it's
then,
snake oil, and it's a
and then the
buzzword.
Coatings would say, we'll just shake it up. It has to be shaken up.
But you can see that it is not part of the chemistry. Now, 5 years later, this is a graphene Kronos. It's not a Kronos with graphene. This is a graphene Kronos.
So basically, you're finding better ways to refine
absolutely
the product and the graphene.
Without any shaking up, you can see how the whole thing is uniformly smoked. technology is starting to catch up. And so what that means now is that although it's not doing what is traditionally known as that, making that hexagonal bridge of strength, polysilazane by nature is porous. We've talked about this many times.
And it is, by the way, my favorite foundation of a coating. Polysilazane in a coating, and then applying it to a car, and then seeing the car come back for maintenance with me over the years. The polysilazane coatings, and I used to use John for the longest time at the shop at the beginning, they held up the best. And when I came up with, came out with my own line, I always wanted polysilazane, and you found that to be true as well.
100%. 100%. And you and I both, we went through a lot of different tests before we launched our product line and you launched your product line. We sampled a lot of them. I recently heard this past week, some guy was like, I'm not a big fan of polysilazane. So,
well, you can't make everybody happy.
Exactly.
Everybody likes their own characteristics.
Right.
So what would you say now that the technology is finally catching up to graphene? How does graphene affect our baseline foundation for Kronos?
Well, right out of the gate, the first thing is that, as we were discussing, polysilazane is porous, and so therefore it is much more subject to contamination and stuff getting into those pores that you're going to have to, during your decon, you're going to have to decon polysilazane. The graphene has now been able to get into some of those microvoids. Now, it's not making a force field. It's not, completing the shield around the car.
No, it's not like Superman's cape or anything like that.
Exactly.
It's not forming that hexagonal lattice around your car, and it's helping in other ways. So the best way to put it is with the technology today, graphene helps to fill in the voids.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Which makes your coating a little bit stronger.
A little bit stronger, a little more resistant to chemicals, a little bit more resistant to bonded contaminants, a little bit more resistant to heat and UV. Those are two big features of being able to fill in those microvoids. You are giving a more complete coverage as opposed to coverage.
Right. Guys, we've always been about straight shooting with you guys, giving you facts and none of the fluff. And there it is right there. So, it's not like graphene is forming that lattice protection around your vehicle. It's helping to fill in voids. So there is a little bit of help. It's not going to make your 3-4 year coating a 20-year protection it's nothing that's impervious. It's going to help. So we'll get back to talking about the product more towards the end of the video. What I want to do now is I want to stop and I want to show you the characteristics. I want to show you going on the car, what it looks like, how it's wiped off, what it looks like within the first few minutes of applying it. We'll go over application, cure time, when you can finally wash it, what to expect, the durability. We'll get to that again as we convene in front of the car later in the video, but let's get to what I can't wait to see, and that is your coating in action.
All right, brother, let's do it.
Needless to say, as I always mention, prep work. Whatever goes into the coating, whatever you put into it, you're going to get out when it comes to durability, overall enjoyment of your coating, its characteristics. So wash, decontamination, polish it. Even if you have to do it by hand with a cleaner polish, it helps to exfoliate the surface. So the coating has a solid foundation or solid ground, so to speak, to grab onto. And whatever you put into preparation, you're going to get out of it and you're going to enjoy it a lot more. So we do have this thing prepped fully, and it's time to protect it. So 2 microfiber towels. I prefer these blocks here. This is a microfiber applicator. You could use foam, you can use microsuede, correct? You don't need a specific type of applicator for that. And the coating itself. And this is all we need to get started. Let's get right into it.
All right, so as we talked about before, graphene helps tighten the coating matrix, right? It fills the microvoids in the ceramic network. And so how that translates, it creates a more uniform, denser film that improves resistance to chemicals attack and wear and tear, right? It's more consistent protection over time, not just initial performance. And then what you'll see as the process is done, you'll see improved hydrophobic stability, right? So it's not just about more beading. That's pretty amateur if that's what you're just looking for. You're looking for a better retention of the hydrophobic properties, a slower degradation over time, especially from detergents, environmental fallout, UV exposure. So, how do you feel about applying it, B?
So far, so good. It's nice and even. It's not grabby. It's not fighting me. What should I be looking for now? Is it going to be a rainbow effect? Does it sweat? What is it? We're looking at what 60 seconds before you wipe off.
Yeah, about that. I mean, again, when it comes to the flashing and the beading, the sweating and all of that, you can kind of see it rainbowing a little bit right there. It's always going to be about the environment, right? So if it's a hot day, if it's a humid day, that's definitely going to impact the flash time.
Time to wipe off the coating, and I recommend a good 60 seconds or more before you wipe it off. I have 2 plush microfibers here, and I normally use a short nap microfiber to wipe off coating, but this is a soft black finish. We spent a lot of time correcting it, and I do not want to mar it at all with the microfiber towels. And with this coating here, it's not grabby, it won't fight you, so you can use a plush microfiber without having the problem of lint. It's not grabby, it will not pull lint from your towel. It wipes off rather easy. You can feel a little bit of the slickness under the towel as you wipe it off. A very pleasant coating to work with so far, and I'm pleased. So let me kind of share my experience with it going on smooth as butter. And it seems like it goes on very evenly. It's not going on heavy one spot, light the next, and you have to keep going over it in a crisscross pattern. I think with this, you could just do straight lines. And as long as you're overlapping your block, it goes on really smooth as butter is kind of the best way to describe it. 60 seconds in my environment, or a minute or 2, seems to be the sweet spot when it comes to wiping it off. Now, that's not to say that if something happens like an emergency or phone call and you have to go quick rush to your phone and 4 or 5 minutes goes by, you'll be absolutely fine. And I believe you found that out as well. 4 minutes tops. Yeah. Stuff happens. So don't panic is what I'm trying to say. And if you do find that it took too long to wipe it off for whatever reason, just go over again with that product. It'll reactivate it so you can smooth it out and remove those high spots. But I have had no problem with high spots playing with this so far on the darker colors. And that's really, that makes or breaks working with a coating for me. There are some out there, real tenacious ones, that really fight you. It fights the whole process of getting the coating on, and it makes it so long and laborious and just not fun. I haven't had that problem so far with this. So guys, within the first few minutes of getting this on the car, I mean, this thing looks like a Black Mirror on wheels. Incredible. Even the furry shop manager is impressed and has to take a look. All right, guys, so that's on, that vehicle might turn out to be a garage queen. I mean, it is a Cadillac Blackwing. It's meant to be driven. It can be used as a daily driver, but let's do something else. Let's put it on a daily driver. This is an old auction car, and we just finished polishing this hood in a previous video. So why not protect it? And what I'll do is I'm going to mark off a pretty large square in the middle of the hood, and we'll apply the coating. And you and I, this is the best way to gauge how a coating is durable and how it can hold up. No amount of testing, there is no testing at all which can replicate what Mother Nature throws at your car on a daily basis as it being a daily driver. I'll use this as a daily driver. We'll put the coating on the hood, which faces forward and gets everything that gets thrown at it, and we'll see how it holds up. We will do checkups every quarter. We'll check up on the coating and see how it's doing. Because you can put it on a test hood and throw chemicals at it all day long, and that would not be fun to watch because it would take just about all day. So we're going to mask off a pretty big section like this. Something that size, right in the middle of the hood, and we'll just keep the rest of the hood unprotected. All right, so when we were over at the Caddy, you saw how I primed the applicator, at least 20, 30 drops on there. And after it's primed, you can actually then just run a straight line of the coating up through the middle of the pad, just like that, and you'd be good to go for the rest of the vehicle. And hopefully I have you at an angle that you can see just how easy this is. So right when we get about 3/4 of the way down, I'm going to load up again. You get a 50 ml vial. Is that correct? Yes, 50 ml vial. And we'll go over the price and everything when we do the final thought stage of the video. But you have plenty. What are you saving it for? Use it up. Put it on thick. It's very easy. Like I said, it's like butter, and you can spread it out evenly. No streaking. I don't get, just like he mentioned a little earlier, I really don't see a whole lot of sweating or a whole lot of the rainbow. So just go by a minute or two, leaving it on, and then wiping it off. Go by time. Don't go by what you see. All right, so we're at that minute mark, 2 minutes, 3, 4 tops. Grab your first towel, get as much of that transfer solution wiped off as possible, and we bring in the second one, and what do? Buff to perfection, right?
Buff to perfection.
Buff it to perfection.
Brian, it didn't look like you had any effort whatsoever doing that. Did it grab you at all?
It's not grabby. It's not grabby at all.
Looks like it's just gliding.
There's no streakiness, there's no hazing, there's no high spots that you have to go after. Looked great so far. I mean, this vehicle has well over 125,000 miles. There's 3.8 mils of thickness of paint on this hood. It's facing forward. It's going to get the chips. It's going to get the bugs. It's going to get rain. It's going to get everything, traffic film. Mm-hmm. So I'm dying to see how it holds up. This has to cure. So let's talk about cure time. All right, we have the coatings on, we have it on this one. We have it on the daily driver over there. Let's talk about cure time.
So, I mean, it's this pretty much standard when it comes to polysilazane. 24 hours is the golden window. It takes a full 5 days for a coating to fully cure. I mean, fully cure. So, but as far as like getting it wet and stuff like that, we suggest that you wait at least 24 hours. But in my opinion, I think that even after that 24-hour period, during that first 5 days, that you should still get the water off. Don't let it sit somewhere. You know, I mean, I know that micro beading looks cool and it's a lot of fun and it's very appeasing, especially for Instagram pictures and stuff like that. But get that water off. Use an air blower or whatnot and move it off of there.
All right, so you heard that, 24 hours of cure before letting it get wet, taking it out under free-flowing water, really any type of water at all, and then a full week before your first wash.
Correct.
And then let's go over a wash process. What type of soaps? Obviously. Well,
Apex soap is the end-all be-all since the master himself helped make it. You know, it's one of our favorites. It's as far as performance and cost wise, I don't think you can beat Apex soap. You know, when you helped create it, it was maximum cleaning, maximum lubricity. It's just really, it's a firepower of a soap.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the characteristics of the coating. Slickness. It's definitely, is it a beater? It's not a sheeter, right? It wasn't made to
Correct.
sheet. So we're talking about tight water spots. Go ahead and go over some of the characteristics that we can expect once this is fully cured after that first week. I got to add, even after that first week, these coatings do continue to cure for the next 30 days. Some of them.
Kind of like a clear coat, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know the characteristics is you're just gonna see if you're familiar with Kronos at all, it's just gonna be more enhanced than what you've already come to expect. It's gonna be a little bit more chemical resistant. It's gonna be more resistant to bonding, to mineral deposits. It's gonna be easier to clean. It's gonna be easier to maintain. There's all these minor improvements that you're going to see that create a much better overall experience.
So we have it on the vehicle now. Again, I wasn't going to put this on a test panel and then throw chemicals at it. And there's really nothing that can take the place of what Mother Nature shovels at your car throughout a season. And let's talk about seasons. Right now we are in spring, so it's pollen season. Pollen is acidic. And I find that the coatings that start out their life during spring, going through pollen first, really have they're put through a test. You're talking about birds and bugs and pollen and everything that Mother Nature can throw at a car. So we're going to keep track of this, and I'm going to.
That's another added benefit of the graphene is that it is more chemically resistant as well to outside the normal levels of pH.
Right. So I normally see between 4 and 10. This one here would be what, between
We're looking like 3 to 11.
up and down the pH scale. So that's heading acidic and then up towards the alkaline area of.
And again,
the
that's
pH
not. Hopefully, that's not a constant exposure. If you have something that you're constantly exposing to 3 to 11, you might want to think about moving.
All right, so let's also talk about expected durability on your end. What are you expecting the coating to be able to withstand?
Yeah, so Socrates from Detailing Made Simple, I think he has a really great outlook on when it comes to coatings in general. It's kind of like a transmission, 3,000 miles or 3 years, whatever comes first. You know what I mean? So we're looking realistically at a 5-year coating. But that also depends on your environment, whether or not it's a daily driver, your prep. I mean, there's 100 different variables that go into how the lifespan of a coating. And I'm not saying that as like he's just saying that so he's not held liable. No, I'm saying it's a 5-year coating. But I mean, if you beat the hell out of it, it might not last 5 years. If you don't maintain it, if you don't wash it, if you don't, take care of it.
Common sense. It's all common sense stuff. And you guys know where I stand, and I stick with it. When I'm express my feelings about graphene and the length and durability of coatings, 3 years, 2-3 years, that's what you're looking at. I don't care if it's billed as a 5-year, 8-year, 10-year lifetime coating. You're going to look and for the mean average, you're going to be looking at about 3 years, 2-3 years for a coating. So I am dying to see how this holds up. And I will keep you posted. This has been fun today.
All right.
You know I love new products.
I do.
And it seems like new stuff is coming out on a daily basis. And it also seems like it's just the same old stuff that's being re-released and re-released.
Yeah. Well, that took 5 years in the making, because 5 years ago when you and I started this, I don't believe in it. And if I don't believe in it, I'm not going to sell it.
We both had the same feelings towards graphene at the beginning, and him still being behind the curtain and still producing products, he gets to see the latest technology where I don't anymore because I'm out of that, and he's been persuaded. Let's see if I can get there.
We have a massive market in Australia, and they are going bananas about graphene Kronos. So I think we made it. I think the technology has started to really catch up.
I never judge a coating right away. I always go put it through its paces. So I look forward to this. All right, guys, I will keep you filled in. This has been Brian and Aaron, and we are coming to you from the Auction Car Reconditioning channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.
It's been an honor. Thank you.